Yo, what is up folks and welcome back to F1 2021 after a pretty long hiatus due to some technical difficulties. But here we are at Hungary for just a quick fun race as Sebastian Vettel, starting from last place in hards. Now this was a quick fun race that I initially didn't record, which is why we are looking at the replay footage right now, just narrowly avoiding the rear wheel of Antonio Giovinazzi into turn 1. And yeah, we are starting as Sebastian Vettel from 20th on hards, going down the inside of George Russell to take 16th place. And yeah, we are now running in 16th, going a little bit wide. But we are coming up with George Russell coming alongside us, but we do manage to outbrake him, keeping on the outside. Now we have Mick Schumacher up ahead on 15th. Alright, so coming back to posting videos, I had some issues with my computer and rendering videos and everything, so I have just managed to get that all figured out after, well, I think it's about 7 or 8 weeks. But yeah, we are back on the grind and we are back to making videos, and let's hope that there are no more issues going on. Right, so I recorded this actually somewhere around end July, beginning August, so yeah, it has been about 7-8 weeks since I did this recording. So yeah, we're just gonna stick around and see what happens here. Currently coming to the end of lap 1, we are already up to 16th. Getting loose with the back end there in the last corner, but we do manage to hold it. And we are gonna continue chasing down Mick Schumacher. Now I can't remember what the AI was on this, but if I'm not mistaken it was at a 97 or 98%. Yeah. And the corner cutting was set to regular, but damage is set to simulation. Right, as we are trying to close the gap down to Mick Schumacher on lap 2. I did opt for the long strategy here, so I started on the hards. So that is going to give quite a bit of difference in the speed that we're going to have and the traction out of corners here. So we're going to aim to go long and see where we can end up in the end. Trying to bring the gap down to Mick Schumacher. Ultimately coming onto the third lap, we do not want to fall out of DRS zone or DRS range to Mick. So it is very important that we actually keep the gap below 1 second, locking up slightly there into the second last corner and going wide, losing a little bit of time. Currently we are about 8 to 9 tenths behind Mick. So we are going to continue trying, and here we are on lap 8. Still behind Mick Schumacher, but closing in within 3 tenths, 2 tenths, and we could not make a move into turn 1. But we are going to try. We do get DRS and we're going to just pin it down and try and get past him. Coming to turn 2, going to the outside, locking up ever so slightly. Mick is defending pretty well. We're going to shoot down the inside coming up to turn 4, I believe. We keep it clean, keep it tactical, and we have got past Mick Schumacher. Now the gap to Kimi Räikkönen in 14th is, well, bouncing in and out of that 1 second zone, so we want to bring that gap down to less than a second before we reach the next DRS zone. Right now, I believe that these other cars are running on the softs or the mediums. So, yep, Kimi Räikkönen is running on the softs, currently on lap 9. And we are approaching lap 10. We do have DRS. Räikkönen does not have DRS, so let's see if we can make an impact into turn 1. Closing in pretty hard with the slipstream. And we narrowly miss Räikkönen's rear tire, but we make the move stick and we get DRS here as well. Losing the back end ever so slightly, but keeping it straight on, and we do hold on to the position into turn 2. Right now we have to try our best to pull away from Räikkönen in order to get out of his DRS range. Coming up to the end of lap 13 now, we have managed to hold our position at 14th, and we have brought the gap down to Pierre Gasly ever so slightly. So we are going to continue pushing on. We have increased the gap to Raikkonen, so we are just going to try our best to keep pinning it down, keep pushing. And a couple of people up ahead have pitted, and we move from 14th up to 9th. So I believe they were all going from the softs. I'm not too sure what tires they would have went on. If they're going for a one stop, could be to the mediums or hards. If they're going for a two stop, I believe they would go onto the softs again. Now I believe that in this game the AI are usually more likely to prefer two stop strategies. Therefore I believe that most of them would be going for a soft medium, especially those who started in the top 10. Currently coming on to lap 15, we are moving up to 6th from 9th. More people have pitted, and we just beat Daniel Ricciardo into turn 1, just narrowly avoiding contact with him. As Daniel Ricciardo comes back on fresh softs, we do lock up a little bit. We miss the apex, but we do manage to cleanly hold our position in 5th. So right now, if we can hold Daniel back a little bit, this will help us later on once we have pitted for our next set of tires. Currently running in 5th place on lap 15, with Lewis about 12.7 seconds ahead. So clearly the Mercedes and the Red Bulls are really far up ahead, and let's see if we can actually make any impact in the Aston Martin here. Now we know that the Aston Martin does not have the fastest pace on the grid, so let's see what sort of impact we can actually make here. Currently Ricciardo running behind us, managing to comfortably stay within DRS range, so we are going to try our best to keep him in 6th as we push. And I believe Valtteri has pitted. I'm not too sure, maybe he has, let's see. Alright, yeah, I think Valtteri did pit. But yeah, they were too far ahead for us to have any major impact. Currently on lap 17, coming into the last corner, and as you can see, we are on the edge of actually getting Daniel Ricciardo and Lando. Oh, I believe Daniel has pitted. Alright, so Daniel going for a very early undercut. Maybe he got damaged, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Daniel down in 14th, and we are still in 5th, with Lando just trailing about a second behind us as we lock up again into turn 2. But what's important is that we hold on to our position. Currently Max leading, with Perez behind him, then Hamilton and Bottas. So yeah, we are 41 seconds behind the leaders, and yeah, if we look at the timing board coming on to lap 37, we know for a fact that we are actually holding up everyone behind us. But for our strategy to work, we have to keep pushing it as it is right now, trying to defend as much as we can as Leclerc passes Norris to get 6th, and we lock up again. But yeah, the cars behind us comfortably staying within the 1 second zone for DRS, and the leaders just pulling away. So we are going to continuously keep trying to pull away, and most importantly for us, we have to try and maintain this position. Coming up to the end of lap 41, rounding the final corner, going a little bit defensive in order to try and break the slipstream that the cars behind are going to have. And we come into turn 1, and yeah, suddenly the cars behind us have gotten a bit of distance to us. Maybe they pitted, I'm not too sure, but the timing, you're not really sure what happened there. But Daniel Ricciardo is back in 7th place, so I believe Norris did pit then. Yeah, coming up to lap 42, rounding the final corner. So far this one stop strategy for us, starting in the hards, working out pretty okay. We are managing to hold back the guys behind us who are on the 2 stop strategy, so we are just going to try our best to keep hitting it forward. And I believe the cars behind us did pit, like Carlos Sainz did pit, and Daniel Ricciardo is coming after us again back in 6th. So we are just going to put the pedal down and push as hard as we can. And I believe Lewis pitted as well. Right now on lap 44, we can see that one of the McLarens, Daniel Ricciardo, has spun. And so did Lance Stroll coming out of turn 4. And that caused a big collision involving about, what, 5 or 6 cars. So now we are on lap 52 with that yellow flag that was coming up. And I believe that a safety car did come out at this point. Yes, there it is. And we did get a notification to actually pass the safety car, so that is good for us because we aren't going to get held back by it. And yep, there we go. So now we are technically with about 20 seconds back to Charles. We have somewhat a net 5th position here. And on the one stop, this could be really good for us. So here we are rounding the second last corner on lap 53. Losing the back end there, the tire is clearly not in good shape anymore as we come into the pits. And let's see where we can actually end up here. Looking at the timing screens, it looks like we may actually come back out in a comfortable 5th position. Clearly the pit crew not ready for me. Maybe I forgot to tap the pitting this lap in. Come on, but yeah. So we did lose a couple of seconds there. Let's see where we can actually come out. Coming out the pit exit, trying to conserve our tires as much as we can here. We don't want to pin it too much. We want to keep it for the remaining 16 laps that we have got. These soft tires should comfortably make it to the end and give us a pretty good pace advantage over everyone around us. So yeah, let's see where we can actually be once the safety car goes back into the pits. And here we are on lap 54. Back to the proper gameplay. This is where I actually realized that, yeah, this would be a good upload for the channel. So here we are on the main straight. Now with the minimap on the bottom left, you can see that the pack are really far ahead. Coming up to the second last corner, and I was just praying for the safety car not to go in on this lap because then I would be totally stuck behind. But luckily they did not. So here we are on lap 56, trying our best to catch up to the group. Now I know that this is using up my tires a little bit, but if I did not push at this point, then there would be no way of me trying to catch the leaders in any capacity. So now I know that I would have a couple of blue flags ahead of me, or the guys in front of me would be getting blue flags, so I would be able to pass quite a number of them. So we aren't going to get the perfect start like we initially would have wanted, but this is better than where we were before the safety car. Rounding the second last corner, and we are just about to get them. Now a couple of seconds behind them, so not the most ideal starting position. Would have been better if we had pushed a little bit, but yeah, no matter, we are going to push through and see how far we can go. Coming up to lap 57, we are making our way past all of these cars that have got blue flags. Just let's see, just spreading for us, and we are just going past them by them getting blue flags. Going around Stroll, narrowly avoiding contact, and yeah, that was not one of my proudest moves, but I tried so hard to avoid contact with Raikkonen right there, and we go over the curves. I was just hoping for no damage, and luckily Jeff didn't say I got any underbody damage or whatever. Going a little bit wide there, pushing really hard. If corner cutting wasn't strict, I definitely would have gotten a reprimand for that. But yeah, right now we can see that Bottas and Hamilton are on the medium tires, so I believe that the first two cars, the two Red Bulls, are also on the medium tires. So we are going to try and extract every single ounce of potential we have in these softs to try and catch up to them and see where we can go. Posting purple first and third sectors, definitely the back markers causing us a little bit of issue in the second sector. Going past the Ferrari there, coming to turn 2, locking up but nailing the apex. We are just pushing as hard as we can, using up our ERS, and every single ounce of power we have on the softs to catch up to Bottas up ahead. As you can see, when we started the lap, I believe we were about 4 seconds behind Bottas. The gap down by a second right now. So we are going to keep pushing. Currently on lap 58, we've got about 12 laps more to actually try and get something from this. As Alonso lets us by with the blue flag, we are going to try our best to keep on pushing. Setting a green second sector. So here we've got Norris and Leclerc, who are in 7th and 6th respectively. So we are so close to catching up the leading pack. And let's see if we can actually make an impact. As we do set the fastest lap, a 1:17.3, I believe. And yep, with the blue flag, that move was doable with not much defense from either of them, because yeah, we are a lap ahead. And right now we are in clear air to try and bring the gap down to Bottas, who we can clearly see up ahead, just about 2 seconds. So here we've got about 11 laps to bring that gap down and do the best we can. So we've got to keep it clinical, keep it clean, don't spin, and try our best. We can clearly see the gap coming down, so these soft tires definitely an advantage for us. I'm not sure if they actually pitted during the safety car. Maybe they didn't, so that would explain why they were out front, but I'm not too sure. Maybe they are running on pretty old mediums right now. So that is good for us. At the pace we're running right now, looks like we could be able to catch, Bottas, Hamilton, as well as Sergio, but Verstappen already crossing the start finish line, so he is a significant distance up ahead. So maybe Perez, Hamilton and Bottas got caught up behind some of the back markers. Maybe Verstappen was up ahead and was able to pull away. But either way, this is very good news for us. So right now, currently about 1.2 seconds behind Bottas. On this lap 60, our objective is to get within DRS range to Bottas before we reach the start finish straight, in order to maximize every single ounce of opportunity we can get from it. Our ERS running pretty low right now because of our charge through the back markers just now. So we are going to be banking on the freshest softs that we have in order to make moves past these guys ahead of us. This could be a good day for us. Let's keep pushing. Going through these technical corners here, trying our very best to keep it on the tarmac and not spin out. Closing up to Bottas. Now Bottas and Hamilton are definitely going to get DRS, so we are going to bank on getting better traction out of the corner in order to get past Bottas. Apologies for the jump there. Issues with recordings sometimes with the PS4. But yep, coming up on lap 61. Let's see if we can make a move on Bottas, and we go down the inside of turn 1. Make a clean move past Bottas. DRS open, ERS on for a little bit. And now we are down to chasing Hamilton. Currently running in 4th place with the fastest lap of the race, thanks to the safety car. The safety car really making a difference in our race for today. Without it, we probably, we actually don't know where we would have ended up. Probably behind, maybe behind Ricardo or something. Maybe 7th or 8th. Maybe we could have fought our way back to about 6th or 5th. But yeah, the safety car really coming in and helping us get a podium finish here today, or a potential podium finish. Let's see if we can actually get past, losing the back end ever so slightly there, but managing to keep it straight. Coming up to a very tense final few laps here. Rounding the second last corner. And let's see if we can make a very similar move on Hamilton like we did for Bottas. Rounding the final corner, trying to get the best traction that we can out of it. Hamilton pulling away ever so slightly, but with our DRS open, we do manage to close in, and yeah, there was just not enough gap there for us to go for a move. Let's see if we can get him into turn 2. Trying our best here. and yeah, just not enough. So we are going to keep pushing, keep the gap close, and try our best. We've got about 8 laps left, and let's see what sort of impact we can actually make. Hamilton definitely benefiting from the DRS from Perez. Now we are much closer to Hamilton on the end of lap 62 here. With the help of DRS and ERS, let's see if we can make an impact. Closing in behind Hamilton within 2 tenths. Let's see if we can make a move to the braking point, braking zone. Hamilton locks up ever so slightly, and that gives us an opportunity to get past him. And we are up into 3rd place with Perez up ahead. Now Perez is definitely not going to get DRS on the start finish straight, and he is on old mediums as we almost lose the car there trying to push, but luckily we keep it on the tarmac. So yeah, we are just gonna sit back behind Perez to the start finish straight, get the DRS, and use that to our leverage to get past him. The tires definitely not at their peak point anymore, definitely starting to drop off. Coming to the start finish straight, we've got our DRS. Perez has no DRS, and let's make this move stick into turn 1. Let's try it. Go down the inside. We do make a little bit, we do go a little bit deep, but we do avoid contact. Perez does back out of it, and we do get the position. Currently running in 2nd place, so a very good day for us. Coming on lap 64, it is important that we actually get out of Perez's DRS range, and that will be a pretty secured 2nd for us at least, but Verstappen is about 7.8 seconds away, so the tires are not really fresh at this point, so I'm not too sure how much of an impact we can actually make, because I did ink out a lot of the performance from the tires, trying to catch up with the grid and trying to get through those back markers after the safety car. So yeah, we are just going to try our best and see if we can bring the gap down, and maybe with about 5 laps remaining, I'm not too sure how much of an impact we can make, but you know, you never know. We just should keep pushing till the end and see what comes out at the end. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but either way, the safety car definitely helping us today with that one-stop strategy that we wanted to go in the beginning, just like Sebastian managed to pull off at Baku this year. But yeah, this has come to be a very good weekend for us. Coming up to the 2nd last corner. Now yeah, I am doing the voiceover about, what, 7-8 weeks after the Hungarian Grand Prix, so we all know that Sebastian did get his qualification disqualified because of his car being underweight due to a fuel issue. So yeah, I believe that this was a very good race for me, because it's like redemption for him, you know, getting that 2nd place that Vettel actually lost, and this time Vettel is going to keep it in this race today with us. Coming onto the final lap, Verstappen has extended his lead to about 10 seconds away, so there was definitely no way for us to get him, so we are going to keep it clinical, keep it clean, and Hamilton has passed Perez for 3rd place. So yeah, but with them about 2.6 seconds behind us, they are not really a threat for us. So we are going to keep it clean, keep it on the tarmac, not spin out, and just take the car to the finish line, and we will have 2nd place for us. Redemption for Vettel. This feels so good for us. It was really heartbreaking for a lot of us to see Vettel lose that 2nd place after a very good battle with Ocon. Now hats off to Ocon for getting his first win. He kept it clean, did what he had to do with the opportunity given to him, and yeah, a big congrats to him. I would have loved to have seen Vettel keep that 2nd place, but yeah, unfortunately things don't always work out in racing. And Hamilton coming back through the field, that was phenomenal overtaking in the Mercedes. And here we are coming up to the final corner in 2nd place from last on a one-stop strategy, and we are going to cross the finish line in 2nd place. Redemption for Vettel. Here we go. That has been a 100% race around Hungary, and we get driver of the day. As I said, redemption for Vettel. This feels so good, I tell you. So good. So yeah, today we managed to make the one-stop work, and that was very fun to do actually. I rarely go for a one-stop because I'm not a big fan of the hard tires in this game. I am rarely able to actually keep very good pace with them. But yeah, I just wanted to try. Like I said, this was a very fun race to do. Just casual race. So yeah, we tried the one stop and it worked out for us. Here we have Verstappen in first, we come in second with Vettel, and Hamilton did manage to nab third place on the last lap.
Congratulations to everyone at the team.
So this was a very fun race for me. I learned a lot actually about how the hard tire handles, and yeah, maybe we can try this again in the future. But like I said, I usually go for a two-stop because I'm more comfortable with the softs and the mediums. Yeah, this was a really fun race, and the safety car definitely came in to help us. So that was it was a good day. Redemption for Vettel, definitely. Alright guys, so that has been our video for today after a pretty long hiatus. Yeah, somewhat 6, 7 or 8 weeks, so it's really good to be back. Really good to be back making videos for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one and keep a lookout for the next one. Redemption for Vettel. There we go.